if the speech is as we think it's going to be, is a bipartisan statement on the president's escalation. We believe that there are a number of Republicans who will join with us to say no to escalation.
So what does Harry Reid know about these Republicans? Will Republicans break ranks and oppose the president on his so-called troop surge for Iraq? Let's ask the top Republican in the House, the man who handed the baton to Nancy Pelosi, John Boehner. He met earlier today with President Bush. Congressman, welcome.
David, good to be with you.
Good to have you here. Now, are you against sending in more troops or in favor of it?
What I'm in favor of is victory in Iraq. And I think that the plan that the president will outline tonight will have many different components to it, all of which put together, I believe, gives us a better chance of success and victory in Iraq than we have today.
But Congressman, excuse me, Senator Harry Reid says that he knows Republicans who are going to break ranks and go with the Democrats. Is he right?
Well, the Congress may speak on this issue. The House is sure to pass a resolution. The Senate may pass one as well. But at the end of the day, the president is the commander-in-chief. And if the president sends troops into the theater, I have no doubt that the Congress, in a bipartisan way, will support those troops that are out in the field.
So is Senator Harry Reid just whistling Dixie? I mean, does he really know of Republicans who are willing to oppose the president in the troop surge?
Well, I think the American people want us to achieve victory in Iraq. And I think the president ought to have a chance to outline that plan tonight. But the Democrats are making a lot of noise, but there is no plan, and they have no plan that they've put forward that'll do anything other than to give up and bring the troops home. And I don't think that's what the American people want.
Congressman,
they want us to succeed.
I don't mean to beat a dead horse here, but I still didn't quite hear an answer from you. Do you know of any Republican who is against a troop surge in Iraq?
Well, I've heard Republicans here on Capitol Hill, people like Gordon Smith, the senator from Oregon. You got Walter Jones, a House member from North Carolina. There are some Republicans who are opposed to this.
And would they actually go so far? I'm sorry for interrupting. Would they go so far as to actually oppose the president if he comes out tonight and says that's what he wants?
Well, they may, but there are Democrats in both the House and Senate who will support the president. But I think there's a majority of the Congress that wants to win this war in Iraq and will support the effort to achieve victory.
Now, it was just 3 weeks ago, I remember seeing Harry Reid on television, a Sunday morning talk show, in which he said he would support the president if the president asked for more troops under certain circumstances. Now he says, no way. What or who changed Harry Reid's mind?
Well, David, I don't know. At the end of the day, remember, the additional troops here are in response to a commitment from the new Iraqi government to substantially increase their numbers of troops on the ground in Baghdad. There's a lot of pieces to this plan that have to come together if we're going to achieve success. And let's not all focus in on one particular aspect of this. There are a lot of pieces, but I do think the extra troops are an integral part of ensuring that the Iraqis do, in fact, succeed.
Let me just throw out a hypothetical and see how you respond. Nancy Pelosi, it was after you handed the gavel to Nancy Pelosi that Senator Harry Reid changed his mind. Has she been gathering all of the troops together, her troops, so to speak, in order to oppose the president on Iraq?
Well, I think there's clearly been an effort on the part of Nancy Pelosi and, frankly, Harry Reid and others to bring themselves together in a particular position. But to come out and oppose the president's call for additional troops before the president has had a chance to outline his plan, I think is unfair. But let's give the president his chance to outline this plan and to sell this to the American people.
How about funding, the funding issue? Some Democrats have suggested that, in fact, they would not support funding for increased troops, and that could really undermine the president's effort. Can Democrats withhold funding for Iraqi operations?
Well, they could with their majorities in the House and Senate, but I do not believe that Democrats in the House or Senate, there's not a majority in the House or Senate that would support that move. Well, once we send troops to the field, we're going to support them. And we will support, I believe, the number that the president calls for.
And Congressman, I'm sorry to do this with 30 seconds, but the Democrats' new pet phrase is pay-go. Is that just a code for tax hike?
It sure is. It's just going to make it easier for them to increase spending and to increase taxes.
All right. Congressman John Boehner, very good to see you, sir. We'll be watching tonight, I'm sure, as the president gives his speech. Thanks a lot.